against Use's fate. This is very different from our World Championship Grand Finals only a few months ago.
It really was. It was literally just a few months ago. Of course, Use is known for that Jae-Yun and known for that great sword. And it has definitely been new year, new them.
Yeah. New year, new region, South America playing a little different than what we were expecting. Kyna trying to play that sword game up against Use.
This is definitely a very interesting counter pick for this Fate. I'm interested to see if we got some potential for some really, really good exchanges in the air and off stage between these two legends, and I am here for it. Kind of sending them out. Oh, Yu's gonna go ahead and reverse them, hit him with the dare. Bro,
Can he touch?
No, he can't. No, because Hughes is being so patient, sitting right there waiting for that perfect moment to lay it down, and kind of had no chance to get back to stage. But Hughes, I mean, he did take some damage. He is down in the red, and kind of can go ahead and tie this back up really quick.
But at the same time, like, you know, Kyna's thinking about that, like, bro, let me go. Let me go to the wall. Down Sig not gonna KO for Kyna just yet. Neutralite reads the dodge down. Yu's gonna get some big damage. Kyna gets back, still sweat beating. What's his finisher though?
Run.
Nice spot dodge, not gonna KO.
Oh, it does.
Will. What? Dude, that's a sword neutralize.
Just enough momentum to go ahead and take him to the blast zone. Yu's now waiting for that weapon drop, kind of reaching up with a nair, but Yu's easily gonna dodge through it. Back in neutral, sitting back, okay. Kind of try to find that three-piece. Yu's just slipped his way out of it. Holding it back with Orb Dare. Weapon throw, gonna keep Kyna at bay. Kyna's having a really hard time at getting anything going here. Uses all over him with his orb. Orb recovery caught him at the very top of the move, and that was enough to go ahead and send Kyna flying. Use has almost a full stock advantage here in this opening game, and Kyna's definitely trying to figure out how to catch up.
Yeah, that was really well done from Use. You saw Kyna really trying to go very high, trying to get away from Use, and Use is like, I have so much movement I can chase up with that recovery and KO.
Absolutely. Gonna go ahead and get a swipe on him coming off of that soft platform, drop him back down to neutral, kind of gonna get the first break off of that interaction, but Yu's going straight back to the aerial game, pulling him down with that neutral air. Dare gonna trying to get kind of back off stage, and that's really smart. Get him off there, get that Gimp stock, and stay out of the way of that though. Huge recovery coming from Kyna, gonna sweat beat his way back down the stage, and that second recovery is gonna be enough to go ahead and confirm that stock. And keeping things really just more of the same, tied up. Use with a slight lead here if Kyna can keep it going here. See, it's just like, you know, the accuracy in the first game, you know, it seemed like it'd be higher. It seems like Use should be further ahead in this game, but somehow Kyna is just staying right here with them and keeping the dream alive.
Yeah, he's staying right alongside Use. He's been doing a really good job of just like finding these little hits here and there onto Use. Coming in with the Val, like those hits are not gonna hit very hard, but still, he's finding a couple more neutral wins per engagement.
Absolutely. Use, though, having all of that damage output off of this Fate, but those whiffs are not going to get him anywhere. Kind of doing a really good job. Oh, side light. Oh, that neutral Sig, it didn't have enough there. I was expecting the side light Sayer, and I think the side light Sayer may have done it.
Well, he opted for the neutral Sig, a little bit of a higher ceiling here on Fortress than I think the side boxes, but that's going to keep Kyna alive for a little while longer. Falling side air.
Coming down to the absolute last couple interactions here in this opening game. Both these players being super patient, holding it down to neutral. Side lights, it would not have KO'd. Okay. Because that one didn't either. Dared the wrong way. Oh no. Kind of going to try and protect that weapon, keep Use off of it. He's trying to find an entrance in there. Oh no, he missed it. But the unarmed Sayer is going to send Kyna flying. Can Use finish it up? The Nair misses.
Just barely avoids that down air. The neutral Sig. And Kyna going to take game number 1. What a scrap just to get one game.
We're in for a set, bro. This is going to be so good. That came down to the absolute wire at the end of that game. These guys are going to lock in. Oh, looking at these replays, the super slow-mo. Kind of going to send back in. You're right. That did knock out. That's
insane. It's a sword neutral light.
Hey.
You're like, okay. Takes a lot of damage. I mean, it's funny because like that's a kind of staple to just like add up enough damage safely and then KO with the neutral light. But usually that's from a Taros axe. Right. It's not sword on Val.
But I mean, that's why he's the pro. He knew it was going to get the job done, or at least he thought he knew it was going to get the job done. And go ahead and confirm that first game. That was kind of surprising to me. I did not expect it to go that way, but the Val, I mean, you said you wanted to win, and that's why you picked her. So here we go, game number 2. Everybody's going to stay on these same legends. And this is a map we have seen a lot of today.
Yeah, people have been loving the small worlds, and it's just a really solid map. No platforms to get in the way of like an orb down air, and there's also that pillar in the middle so that they can't go underneath it. Just a good staple map right now.
Must agree, must agree. Use though, trying to do some more work on this orb, but so far this game kind of getting the better of him. Huge side stick from Kyna and no follow-up needed. That was enough, and he got him an early stock lead here in game number 2.
Yeah, this is a real good spot for Kyna. Those side six really started bringing him out here in game number 2. He did like 1, I want to say, in game 1, but this time he's using a couple more, and they are hitting.
Absolutely. Hughes, though, trying to find a good opener here in center stage. Reach up with a nair, but it missed. He's being very, very careful. Trying to hold back, making Kyna be the first one to engage. But even when he does, Kyna is still getting the upper hand off of him. Oh my, oh, that was, oh my.
Real. That we all collectively saw that. There's no Mandala effect that will happen. We all saw those nairs KO from Kyna at the top of the map and used down to his final stock here in game number 2, and Kyna's not even in the red.
That was a crazy interaction. And Kyna is doing quick work of Hughes here. Hughes might be able, oh no, dared the wrong direction. Sair
should do it, yeah. He was sweat beating when he went for that recovery. Hughes will deny the 3 stock at the very least, gonna juggle weapons for a little bit. He's got the scythe. We've seen people steal stocks with this before.
Oh yeah, we've watched him do it today. Now here's a question for you, Duke.
Okay.
Now say Hughes isn't able to bring this one back. Do we see the Jayun?
Honestly, probably not.
Tournament game.
Yeah, the thing about Hughes is I don't think he thinks about games like that.
Okay, fair.
I feel like he prepares a character for the tournament.
And
right?
that's just the mindset.
We saw him like play Vector back in the day, and he would just stick with the Vector. We saw him play Jaehyun, stick with the Jaehyun. I don't think he's the type of person to be like, oh, maybe I'll go back to the thing I won with before. He just sticks with what he's got for that tournament. Neutral Sig will connect, and he did it safely. Didn't take too much damage for it. Hughes, far from done here.
Reverse 3 stock? We'll have to see, though. There's kind of being a stalemate here in neutral. Kind of going to swing it behind him. Be the first one to lay some damage on. And we're just right back to neutral. Nair up. Okay, Hughes starting to get a little momentum here. Starting to string those attacks together. Kind of being so careful. Sidelight going to pick up at the very top of that hitbox. Hughes right there with the dare. Picked him up with the recovery. Sending them out to the side a little low on the signature. And Kyna's going to be right there to punish it. Sair?
Get caught again. Okay.
No.
Good movement from Kyna to avoid the nair potential there. From Hughes, downlight recovery. Not going to quite do it, but you see that chase up. He wants that nair. Hughes knows it, and he's trying to get away from it.
Kyna's got to be so careful.
Oh! Just a nair.
A nair? Okay.
Oh!
That was it.
They play intense neutral at times. They're just playing a game of who's going to panic and throw out the attack, and then the other one is going to get the punish.
As soon as the whiff happened, it was right there. Sidelight Sair. Man. Okay, we've got it tied up. Hughes was able to, that reverse 3 stock, he did bring it back. That was pretty impressive. Nice sidelight there, and that was going to finish up. We're going to drop in here. It is 3 o'clock on the dot.
2, 1, brawl.
Don't stop. Tick tock on the clock.
Keep going, come on.
DJ, blow my speakers up. Tonight, I'm a fight. Till we keep the sunlight. Woo! Something like that. Taz is telling me to stop. Taz is very upset. He's like, no, we do not talk about Kesha here. This is Apocalypse.
Hughes with the nair, kind of coming up with the recovery. We have not seen. Okay, hold on. Wait a second. Edge guard coming out, nair coming up. Kind of back it up with that recovery. Going to fade away with it. Yu's just playing good, a fundamental orb at this point. Sidelight stairs, picking and choosing his engagements, and just trying to be efficient with his damage.
Yeah, they're really just trying to be safe. They don't throw out any big options there. There's the N-Sig. The second he does, Kyna's coming in and hitting him for it. So they really are just like, okay, what's the safest way I can get some damage here?
Well, would be getting on that weapon. There we go. Scythe back in hand, but Kyna's right there. Oh, nice. That was good to be able to stay off when that dodge came out. Oh. Two down 6 coming out from Kyna, trying to hold down that edge. But we see in the power play just keep going back and forth between Yuz and Kyna, holding that inside position. Oh, he went deep for it, bro. Oh no!
The mind plays from Yuz as he just stood right next to Kyna, and Kyna was like, "Wait, you're gonna attack me, right? I'm not the one who's supposed to attack you. You're gonna hit me, right?" And then Kyna just falls.
It just waved at him as he went. Kyna though gonna take the stock right back. Maybe neutral sig coming out. Get a nice recovery underneath. It was a little deep, but it was still enough momentum to go ahead and take up to the blast zone. And we are all tied up, man. This is just so close. Back and forth between these two guys.
Right. Now it's the Scythe for Yuz. It's kind of been that big weapon for Yuz that's been able to add up a lot of damage over Kyna. But really, it's when Kyna's on gauntlets that I think the Scythe tends to thrive.
I agree. He's having a hard time getting in there when Kyna is on that sword. Seeing him stick with it though. Nice recovery coming up underneath, missing with the neutral light. Kyna, he is so good at picking up the very back end of that hitbox off that sword side light. We've seen him do it a few times now. And it puts Yuz in an awkward position.
Yeah, it is weird for like both people because normally you're like, okay, it's gonna push me away.
Right.
But both of them are like forced into a spot where they have to react. Weapon toss from Yuz.
Side sig, I figured it would come out, did not. Neutral sig gonna come up. Much safer. Disarm off of Yuz, but he's gonna reach in and gonna get that orb. Kind of not falling into those traps. Nice recovery, taking him up to this top bit. Yuz gonna weapon throw, get the spacing he needs, and right back down to neutral.
Dude, in FPSs, there's this term called trigger discipline, and that's when you don't attack unless you are guaranteed to basically hit.
Right.
And kind of basically does that. Like, he went all the way up in the sky, and I was like, do the nair. You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. And he just waits.
Followed him up in the air, can't find anything. Yuz using that dare off of orb to keep that distance. They slow down so much towards the end of these games. You know, everybody's kind of aggressive at the beginning, and once we get to those final stocks, it slows to a crawl.
Yeah, I mean, they both know how important it is. This is game 3, both of them up 1. It's going to be the real momentum swing for whoever takes this game. Kind of still floating out there, but Yuz read wrong with that recovery.
Kind of still has that stock advantage. Been holding on to that second stock for quite a while. See if he gets some more extra credit off of it. Oh, if he can hold Yuz off that weapon, the Yuz is going to go ahead and knock him back to the right side off stage. Chase him up, but he threw out that dare, you know, didn't wait the way we're seeing that patience from Kyna, but that Sair is going to be enough. Going to go ahead and send Kyna flying. And right back, one person in yellow, somebody's white every stock so far.
They keep this very close to the chest. I mean, of course, that's what you would expect from our #1 and #2 at the World Championship, but to see it continued here at the Trials of Ymir, definitely impressive on both sides.
Absolutely. And a little closer than what we saw a few months ago. Oh, just out of range off that neutral sig. Using that platform, going to come back down. Kind of right there to catch the landing, sending him off stage. No punish coming out. Waiting back, bait. Oh, double nair. Okay.
There's so much nuance, and it's so hard because I guarantee you someone in Twitch chat is going to be like, why is he so excited about that nair? All he did was press up light attack button while in the air. But there's an entire mental minigame that happens when Kyna gets used into the sky, and he's like, bet I'm going to hit the nair or I'm not going to throw out the nair. You have to panic and decide what I'm going to do, and you are going through all these options right now, and then he does it.
And it works.
It's just, it's so, like, that's where you want the anime time stop and they have the dialogue in their heads. Like, that's what you want there.
Well, it's such a mental edge to be able to have the discipline to hold off of pushing that button.
Man. All right, here we go. Game #4. if things continue like this, you should be able to take this away and force it to a game 5, but you know, Kyna is not going to make that easy.
No, absolutely not. This has been an absolute battle between these two players for the first 3 games. I would not expect anything less in game number 4. All right, we were slowing right down at the beginning of this one. Being very careful in neutral.
Okay, use.
Okay.
Double end light, but Kyna waited for the dodge out, and use not able to get those follow-ups.
Definitely a game of footsie so far. Just a little 1 tap here, 2 taps here. Okay, so if we can do something off stage now. Kind of, yeah, you knew it was coming, and then used it too, unfortunately.
Yeah. Narrowly was able to dodge through that one. Now he's over to the orb. Kyna comes in for the down light and use gets above it, but you didn't see that gravity cancel side light.
Recovery, picking him up right off that platform, going to send him up to the top, and Kyna is going to be the first to strike in game number 4.
Yeah, he's going to get that recovery, and once again, he's got a reasonable amount of health left on this first stock.
Yeah, definitely needs to continue that extra credit. Stay out of the way of Use. Use picking him off that platform again, though. Nice dare. Use that active input to throw Kyna off stage. Sweat beads coming out, but he's easily going to put his feet back on stage.
Gets back safely. Use does disarm Kyna there. Gravity cancel side light, but just a little bit too high there to catch Kyna.
Rum throw coming out, left himself weaponless, and oh no, he did get the stare. I mean the scythe. Chasing him down. Nair gonna come out a little shallow. So is that one. Just set back. He's looking for that perfect opener. Side light gonna send Kyna off a lot of momentum. The D light is gonna be enough to go ahead and take him out. We're all tied back up, Duke.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at the top right, the damage difference, it's basically gone. It's once again, the Use just brings it right back.
Active input off stage. Okay, we're kind of seeing Use heat up a little bit on this side. We're seeing, you know, instead of just the 1-2s, now we're seeing the 1-2-3s. We're seeing him get a little momentum here and keep Kyna off of his toes. Oh,
Yep.
that whiff though.
Oh, okay, good job getting just above that neutral sig. There's the neutral light, and immediate neutral light from Kyna on that soft platform to catch Use's jump.
And again, catching the landing. Use is absolutely having to work to stay in this. Weapon throw coming out, he's right there to pick it back up though. Kind of being so patient. Recovery coming off the last one to hit off that string. And now Use back it up into center.
The dodge down, and in the dodge is gone. Kyna able to get the stock. Potential tournament stock here for our world champion to not get into the top 3 of the trials of Ymir.
That was such a nasty read, bro. Oh, no. All right. Kyna needs to continue this discipline that he has had this whole set, and he can get it done right here. Needs to stay out of that scythe, get some more damage racked up to Use, and give himself a much comfortable position when he is in his last stock, and he is doing a dang good job of it right now. Use in orange finally gonna fight back and put some pressure on Kyna.
Yeah, but he's just seeing these neutral airs, and those do not really KO for the side players out there. An orb neutral air also wouldn't, but still struggling to finish off this stock of Kyna. There's the weapon pickup, but Kyna's getting so much damage here. Sair? Okay, final stock here for Kyna. Can Use get us a game 5?
I really hope so. I want to see it. Like, I am here for it, Duke. I want to see this go the distance, but Kyna has got such a comfortable lead right now. Use is going to have to pull all the tricks out of the bag. And so far, doing the weapon starving out, has Scythe, hit him with the recovery off the platform. Kyna fighting back unarmed, and he now has that sword in hand. Use reaching up with the neutral air. Gonna keep a little more pressure. Kyna with the whiff, and Use right there to rack up some more damage. Oh no.
They're both doing a really good job of not dodging. They're both getting these hits, and they're waiting for the other one to dodge. And there's the dodge, and there's the punish. Kyna with the KO 3-1s, the world champion.
The world champion's gone.
He's done. He's out. He's going on with a 4th place finish, and instead it's going to be Kyna continuing on, busting out the Val, a specific counter pick for Use.
If